So there are three names for Shavuot in the Torah. Anybody in the second row want to offer, or anybody want to offer? What are the names that appear in the Torah for Shavuot? Chag HaKatzir, so that means the holiday of the harvest, of the wheat harvest. What else? Bikurim. Yeah, Yom HaBikurim, the day of Bikurim, which is the first fruits, which is really the first grain. There's one more name. What? So actually that doesn't appear in the Torah. That's the Dvar Torah. Okay, but we're not there yet. The other one is Shavuot. Shavuot. That appears in the Torah. That means weeks. There's another name, which is Atzeret, which appears like in the Talmud, in the Mishnah. But those are the three names that appear in the Torah. The name that does not appear in the Torah, that does not appear in the Mishnah or the Talmud, is Azman Matan Toratenu, the time of the giving of the Torah. It's very curious. You look in the Torah, you ask, if you ask anybody on the street, what's Shavuot about? Anybody in Jewish streets, what's Shavuot all about? It's about the giving of the Torah. So if that's the case, why isn't the Torah mention that? So different answers for it, but I saw a nice message that can be helpful for us heading into Shavuot by the Akedah Yitzchak. He says the reason why the Torah didn't emphasize that is because the Torah didn't want to make a holiday about something in the past. Every single day you have to feel the Torah is new each day. Okay, Yetziat Mitzrayim happened in the past, and it's also happening. Hashem's helping us every day, but that type of experience of giving the Torah, we're supposed to experience the same experience with Sinai every single day. So the Torah didn't want to make a holiday where you start to think it was something ossified in the past. Recently I went with the high school to Budapest, Hungary, and we went also to, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Debrecen. Pronouncing that correct? You know that. Yeah. So we visited different sites there. It's like really fascinating as a tourist to go there and see like what was and what is. It's also kind of sad. You go and you see these huge, amazing, beautiful buildings and batei midrash and synagogues. We went to this rabbi's study at a certain point. The books were still there, but there's not a lot of Jews there. Full communities got wiped out. And you go through these areas and you think about, wow, this is like amazing Judaism of the past. And that element was kind of like very like enchanting and also kind of haunting in some ways. Another aspect of that trip, though, was what we were doing there. We were bringing Yiddishkeit, not necessarily like bringing it to all of Hungary, Budapest, but we were strengthening ourselves. We were making a statement that Judaism is still alive. It's still around. At a certain point, so we went there and we kind of connected with the school there of other Jewish kids. And we taught them some things. They taught us different things. And the crescendo of the trip was we had a Shabbaton in that location, Debrecen. And that place, there's hardly any Jews. But once upon a time, there were many Jews. And it was like a very powerful thought. During Shalosh Shidduch, we were singing like at the very loud, like everybody was like completely into it. And I was thinking at that moment while we were singing, where it's like our voices were like being shouted and the windows were open. Like this is perhaps the first time that like these Jewish songs are being sung on these streets in so many years. And what we were doing basically is making a statement that like Judaism isn't just something that happened a long time in the past. Judaism is still alive, is still thriving, is still around today. I think that's a message we could take from this Dvar Torah of the Akedah Yitzchak, and also heading into Shavuot. It's really important to find ways that Judaism can be relevant today. If something you don't connect to in Judaism, sometimes you find things you don't connect to, but overall there's a lot of entryways into the Torah, into different halachas and different customs and different modes of thought. We have to find the ways to get in there. That's really the purpose of Shavuot. It's the purpose of modern Judaism, to find your way in. There's so many entryways in. Hopefully we can focus on that, heading into Shavuot and on Shavuot itself.